here for Red Tractor Nation. I'm sitting out here in an orange grove in Sanford, Florida, and this young man is Kevin George. That is right, Kevin George. His grandfather has a great name. His name is George Chester George. Your dad's name is?
Charlie George.
Charlie George. Your brother's name is?
Adam George.
Adam George. Your mama's name?
Holly George.
Holly George.
Molly.
Molly George. And we've got a picture of the whole family standing out front of the show here today. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself, Kevin. What do you do for a living, actually?
I do commercial glass, storefronts, travel all over the state, gas stations, banks, retail centers, all kind of stuff like that.
So is that technically like a glazier? Or
a glazer, yep,
glazer.
That's what that is.
Okay.
And make a few dollars to play on the weekends with our tractor.
Now, your whole family is a lot more into tractor pulling than just collection and restoration, right? Because your dad is a mechanic.
Yes.
Your grandfather
is a retired
mechanic.
He was an Air Force mechanic, and then he became just a general mechanic for Mills and Nebraska Lumber Company for many years. And just finally retired here a couple years ago.
Finally retired. Wow.
Again, but he's
retired again.
Yeah, he's done it a few times, but he's done now.
He swears. We'll see how long it lasts this time, right?
He's been enjoying it this time.
Is he? Good. That is fantastic. So you got one younger brother.
Yep.
The whole family's into tractor pulling, right?
We're all into tractors. We started into pulling with the Florida Antique Tractor Club years and years and years ago. Started off down at 192 in Narcoossee, which is now St. Cloud, going out past Lake Nona, which is just completely blown up now.
Okay. Just a population explosion down here in Central Florida.
Absolutely, and pull with the Florida Flywheelers for many, many years when they moved out to where they're at now, Fort Meade. That's now a 384-acre show.
Wow.
So we do that, and here in the last few years, we've gone to a few plow days up in the North Florida with the North Florida Antique Tractor Club, and been having a good time with them and hanging out with them and doing shows, and a lot of them came down here to see us and support us today, so we appreciate that. That's what it's about.
Now this is what we would say is the inaugural show, first year show for you. Do we even have a name yet?
No, we're just going to call it the Red Hill Groves Antique Tractor Show.
That is fantastic, because where we're at right now is a working orange grove.
Correct.
And it's called Red Hill Groves.
Correct. And
they have probably, how many acres of trees here? I think someone told me over 60.
To be honest with you, I don't know how big it is. I don't know, maybe around 50 or so, but it's an active grove. They were picking yesterday. Yep,
they pick their own stuff. They sell their own stuff here. They grow a little sugar cane. They have a store up front that sells a lot of really nice market stuff, pickled things and fresh stuff. A lot of their citrus. They will shell pecans for you by the pound if you bring your pecans here.
They will.
They make their own pulled pork.
Yep, they got some pretty good barbecue.
They got fantastic barbecue and sides.
Yep.
And just a great place to bring the family out here and go through the store and get a little taste of what orange and grapefruits taste like when they came right from the grove about 20 feet away.
That's right.
Okay, so you guys are using the front end of the property here today.
We are.
To exhibit the tractors. About how many tractors did you have show up today, first day? Count them all.
Oh, shoot. We brought 24 in ourselves.
Okay.
But I figured there was at least another 12 or so that came on top of that today. Mm-hmm. A couple left, but a few more will be back tomorrow, some different ones.
Different ones in tomorrow, so if you missed any of them today, there'll be more of them here tomorrow.
That's correct.
That are different. It's like it's a different story every day, isn't it?
That's right.
That's so cool. What possessed you to try to do that? To have a tractor show?
Well, I mean, we've been to so many other people's shows, but the thing that started it all is they have a John Deere H tractor.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a John Deere.
That's okay.
But we appreciate them all, and we can work on them all. But they have a John Deere H tractor, and they contacted us about getting it running for them. It sits inside their store. So my father came, and we picked it up and brought it over to his place and got it running for him. Got it running real good for him, and brought it back, put it in the store over here again. And my dad mentioned to him that, you know, this would be a pretty decent place to put a little show on, and oh, they loved the idea. So here we are.
So here we are. So we've got a bunch of your IH pulling tractors out front, several of them. Now, those tractors, what class would you say those tractors are in, most of them?
Oh, I mean, we've got quite a few. Most of them are in the 45, 5,500 pound range, and I got some tractors that are, you know, 3, 5, and 8 mile an hour, and some open class tractors, some V8 tractors, a little bit of everything in between.
Which one's the one you need a fire suit and a helmet for?
That'd be the V8 tractor.
The one with the Chevy V8 in it. Tell us a little bit about that tractor.
Well, that tractor belonged to a family friend of ours, a good friend of my father's, Fred Klein. He owned that tractor along with the other M sitting out front here. That's labeled as Fred.
Yep.
He pulled it for many years. It had a 350 Chevrolet in it, and I don't know, 10, 12 or so years ago, they decided to put a crate engine in it. So it's got a 383 in it. Does pretty good. It's got the stock M rear end in it, just engine coupled to the transmission. And but when Fred passed, he left those tractors to my father, and you know, we bring them out and show them and pull them just as if they were ours.
That's fantastic.
Keeping his legacy alive.
That's fantastic. That is a nice legacy, a nice memorial to your dad's friend Fred.
We figure so too.
It's a great idea. Tell me about all the Cub Cadets you have over there. Are a lot of those Cub Cadets yours?
Yeah.
Your families?
They are. Shoot, I don't know. There's 11 or 12 of them over there. The year before COVID, when we was out flywheelers, there was a Cub Cadet, a 1210, sitting out there in nice original shape, and picked it up for a good price. And so then we had one, and then the other 20 or so that we have now have come through off of word of mouth or marketplace or Craigslist. You gotta get them good deals.
Yes, you do.
But I call it my COVID collection. So yeah, now there's about 20 or so of them, and they came rather quickly because we've always been into the big tractors. And we did a little bit of garden tractor pulling back in the day, but mainly stuck with the big tractors. And now that we've got all these garden tractors, we like to show them, like to take them to plow days. We've got a bunch of Brindley plows and discs and whatnot, and that's always a good time.
They're really cool looking little tractors, I'm telling you.
They sure are, built just like the big ones.
Yes, they are.
You can haul a lot more of them on one trailer.
There you go. You get to show more product when you go to a show than just 1 or 2 tractors.
That's right.
How many trips did y'all make from the place today?
Today, well, I actually hauled most of them in on Thursday.
Okay.
And I believe I made 8 or 9 trips on Thursday. Dad brought 2 or 3 loads in yesterday, and most of them have been sitting out here within the trees for a few days. We came and washed them all yesterday and drove them out front this morning.
And it's a fantastic display. You guys chose there's kind of a hill here along the frontage road, and they're kind of up on the hill in one spot and then down low on the other spot. You really set them up nicely there. There's one beast of a Cub down there. Tell me about that beast.
Driving through downtown Oviedo one afternoon, coming back from dinner, I look over, and Dad's driving, and I'm riding passenger, and we both broke our necks looking over to the left.
Y'all was junker necking, weren't you?
We were junker necking, and look over, and there was a Farmall Cub, which is sitting out there, and there was also a Cub Cadet 1512, a diesel model. And
wow.
So we drove by there, and we looked at each other and said, "Did you see that Cub?" "Yeah, of course we saw that Cub." So we whipped it in there. Well, he was talking about one of them, and I was talking about the other, and we both didn't see the other one until we pulled up in there. long story short, after talking to the owner, because they're in there to be repaired, talking to both owners over the course of a couple months, we picked up the Cub and picked up the Cub Cadet.
Wow.
From 2 separate owners. But the Cub, my dad's been working on that for a few months now, and he decided he wanted to make his own rendition of a high crop.
Okay.
And instead of you know, putting some big skinny tires on there with 36 or 38-inch wheels, or 30-inch wheels for that matter, he decided to put what did we say, they were 12.4s? I think they were 12.4s that he put on there, and 15-inch front wheels, so it all looks proportional.
I want to know where he found the 15-inch front wheels though.
I don't remember where we sourced those. Got them, I think, off the line somewhere. Maybe might have been Steiner. We got them. They didn't quite fit the Cub spindles, so we had them milled down so they would. You
milled the Cub hub.
The hubs, yes.
To get it to slide over it.
Correct. Because the center.
Technically, I guess it's called the spin. Do you call it the hub or the spindle?
It'd be the hub.
Okay, the hub, because the spindle's the thing the whole thing slides on.
Correct. The bore in the wheel wasn't quite big enough. Now they did make the Cubs with that 15-inch front wheel.
But getting it.
Good luck finding one.
Good luck finding one. Oh, anybody's got any out there? Let me know, because I'd like to have a couple of them for mine.
Yeah, we can build some more.
You could, yeah.
Some more tough-looking Cubs.
Tough-looking Cubs.
But
it is a tough-looking Cub.
The idea behind it was, you know, everybody's got a regular Cub, got turf tires on them, or the little rear tires. Ag tires. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't see one looking real stout with big shoulders on it.
Oh my goodness! I took one look at it, and I'm like, what have they done to that tractor?
Yeah,
I've got to do it.
Rebuilt the engine. It's been bored over, and electronic ignition and good stuff in it. Hoping to make maybe double the power. We'll see. Wow. Maybe hook a plow behind it and see what it'll do.
Can it go faster than 6.5 to 7 miles an hour?
Oh, it ought to with them tall tires on it. I don't know that
it's a ratio thing, man.
I don't know that he's got it out on the road and done anything with that yet. Might have to do that tomorrow.
Wow, that is amazing. It's a really cool tractor. I really enjoyed looking at that.
And it's still a work in progress.
Yeah, but it's coming along. It's coming along nicely. I can tell he painted the underside of the hood and stuff, because the top of it's still like a black primer color.
It's in primer, yep.
But the bottom side, where you're supposed to oil the generator, you can see the red under there. I'm like, oh, he shot the underside of the hood already.
He did, and if everything goes right, maybe next weekend after Thanksgiving, it'll get painted if the weather is decent enough.
Excellent. So what do you see going forward for the show?
Hopefully we'll do it again. I've already talked to the Whites, looked over at him.
Those are the folks that own the Grove.
Yes, sir. That's the folks who own the Grove. 2 sons are in there in the kitchen cooking away and serving folks, and the old man's out there meeting and greeting everybody, and smiles all around.
Everybody seems to be very happy today. It turned out to be a great day. I thought it was going to get rained on all day, but we asked some old farmers, and they said no, it's going to quit by noon and it'll clear off by 5.
Yep.
And it is starting to just look absolutely beautiful here in Central Florida today.
It's looking great.
Well, I hear there's some good news in your future, though.
Well, here's the hoping. You know, talked to Ed, the one son who's got the food going on in there, and he says, well, we're going to have you back in the spring, so we'll see how that goes. And, you know, as of now, this is, I guess you can call it a fall festival if you want to.
A fall festival?
If you want to.
Yep.
Then maybe it'll be like a spring fling, and again in the fall and spring maybe. And see,
that sounds great.
See where we go from there. Just drum up the interest around Central Florida.
There you go. All right, tell us about Samantha.
Oh, she's put up with me for, I don't know, 9 or 10 years or so.
And then you finally dropped the question, huh?
Yeah, we actually, it was the last year, because we go to the Paquette's Farmall Museum every year, and it was the last year of the ride. We had just restored the Super MV and rode over to Brownwood on the ride from Stewart's place, and had her get up on the seat of the tractor, and I came up behind her and gave her a ring after many years of her patiently waiting.
Well, she's been patient a long dadgum time, if you ask me.
She has been.
So I think at this point, just keep her, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
She tells me all the time she ain't going nowhere, so.
You couldn't run me off with a stick.
Right.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate having you down here.
Sitting down here with us and talking to us for a while. And we had a great time today. This is a nice 2-day show, and I wish you all the best in the future.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you being here.
You are welcome.
Happy to have you back anytime.
Oh, we'll be back.
Good deal.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.